friends. So today I need to start cleaning out our freezers, right? We have some meat birds that have got to go in soon, and so I've been working on getting the freezers cleared out. And that means that I need to actually process some of the meat that we have in there that we haven't eaten. So I was doing some research on how the Amish do that, because they grow and raise most of their own food, and I'm just learning. We're just learning here. So one of the things that they do is in the spring, and now we're in summer or early summer or almost the end of spring, somewhere in there. I don't know when it transitioned, but it's like really hot, so it feels like it's summer. The Amish in spring clean out their freezers, and they can all the meat that's in their freezer to make room for fresh meat coming in from the farm. And then in the winter, they can vegetables and stuff that they don't have time to eat from the summer and fall harvest. So I thought that was a real interesting thing, and I've been trying to figure out how to go about the harvesting and preserving food end of things. So that's what this video is about. So we have 5 turkeys that we did not eat. And normally we give them away, but we just didn't have a lot of takers this last year. So hopefully we do have takers this upcoming year. So I have 5 turkeys. You can barely see one here. We've unthawed them. They've been in the refrigerator in the root cellar. Edward's going to bring them up, and what we're going to do is pretty interesting. We are going to take out all the breasts, the turkey breasts, debone them, take out the turkey breasts, and then we are going to make turkey lunch meat, and then the rest of the meat on the bones we are going to can. Not all this will happen today, of course. It's got to go in stages. So this video is about making lunch meat. And sorry, Maddie's off over here. Very curious about this bird here on the counter. So, but what we're going to be doing is making lunch meat. And so I've been doing some reading about lunch meat and how to do it. First, I thought you had to grind it up, and then, because I saw this, you had to grind it up and put it in a plastic pouch and boil it in its own juices, and then cut it on the meat slicer. Maddie, no. Out. Maddie's so curious, and she's so big that she can reach things that I don't want her to reach. So, that being said, so I was going to do it that way. But I think I'm going to do something different. I think there's another way of doing it, and I think it's going to be better. So first turkey we're going to do, and as I do them, Edward will bring up more turkeys and stuff. So basically I'm going to take them out of the package, rinse the turkey off, just to give it a nice rinse. It does have a little bit of ice on it, but it's pretty unthawed. And this turkey we harvested in September of last year. It's 16 pounds, 8 ounces. So my hope is, and if I have enough energy, what I'll do is I'll take the breasts out. We'll brine the breasts today. I'll take the rest of the dark meat off, and we will prepare it for canning. And then the bones we will probably break down and put in packages so that, put it in the freezer, so at a later date I can make bone broth, because it's just a lot to go through in one process. So I'm trying to make it easier on myself. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up, and then I'm going to jump off camera for a minute, rinse off the bird, and we'll go from there. So I'm going to go ahead and put our turkey on here, and this knife is super sharp. So yeah, basically I am needing, I'm going to go down the breastbone here, by the way. All right. I am needing to figure out the best way for getting on a schedule on how to preserve or harvest, well, not harvesting, but just managing the food, right? So basically, I don't like waste, and so I find myself always struggling to balance just the work on the farm and then the harvesting and then the putting up the food. So my hope is, look at that, it's still partially frozen. Thought for sure that it would be unfrozen. Oh no, I just reached the end. It's getting pretty cold in there, so that's good. So basically, I've been trying to figure it out. So the way the Amish do it, like I was saying, is they take the meat out of their freezers and they can it. So this is a turkey breast right here, right there. Isn't that beautiful? And this is like a turkey breast tender. We're not going to separate it out. And this is going to be a turkey breast lunch meat. Oh, it smells great. So I'm going to put that over there, and I'm going to take out the other one here. And I don't need the skin for this, so that'll be good. Just take that off. And we're going to, here's the breastbone right there. We're just going to come on the other side of it, make a slight cut, and run this side of the knife along the breastbone so we get the majority of the meat. I don't know if y'all can see that. We're just gonna, I'm sure y'all know how to debone a bird, and you probably could give me some pointers. But, you know, we all are in some process of learning something somewhere along the line. All right. Here's the other one. So normally when you're, from what I read, I've never done this before, is you do 1 hour per pound, no longer than 24 hours of your brine. Our brine is just going to be a salt water with our mineral salts. So the next part of this is I'm going to actually break apart the remainder of where the meat is from the rest of it. So I'm going to snap the breast up here. Oops. I'm so grateful for this island. So now we have it open here, and I can just bring the knife, and I'm not cutting any bone then because it's snapped in half, right? So right there. And it's easier on my blades, right? So now we just wrong knife. I have a couple knives here. So I'm not going to debone the wings because, folks, honestly, there's meat on the wings, right? But it's really hard to get off, and I don't want to spend my energy trying to do that. So this is what we're going to set aside for bone broth, along with legs. I have never deboned a turkey in its entirety before, so this is a first for me. So I love that we get to do this together. But I'm going to try and see how it goes. If it's more work than it's worth, then I won't do it. I'll just add it to the bone broth. See if that worked. Oh, it did. Perfect. All right. So you can see there's a bone structure right here in the turkey. I'm just gonna press down and snap the joints. The joints are right here now. I don't know if you can tell on the camera, it's ice. The joints are right here, so I'm gonna cut, find the joint right there. I'm gonna cut along the joints so I can separate the leg and less wear and tear on my knife. And we're going to do the same thing with this side. There's the joint. Go along. Bone broth. All right. Now we have our turkey legs and thighs. So this is the part where I'm unsure. So we're just going to go along and do this together and see what happens. All right. So I think we're going to come along here because there's another joint of the leg and the thigh about right there. Or not. No, it's there. So there's the bone joint right there, I think. I could be wrong. Yep. We're just gonna go right along there and debone that. Now we have a leg and a thigh. So I know there's one bone in the thigh. So I'll just cut along that bone. Maybe. And I'll add these bones to the bone broth pile. I just don't want to cut myself. Because last time I did. Right. Anyway. Hey, babe. Okay. So this is obviously a butch job, I can tell you that much. But that's okay. Doing it my first time and we're doing it together. We'll just take this turkey leg bone and put it in the bone pile. I've got a piece of gristle knuckle thing. I'm going to cut that out, put that in the bone broth pile. In here I have a boneless turkey thigh. Alrighty, I'm going to go ahead and start the leg. Alright, Edward is making sure my meat tubs are washed and stuff for me. So this is the leg. I'm going to go ahead and cut down the leg. And there's, of course there's, I'm sure, veins and tendons in there, all that stuff, but right now I'm just worried about getting that bone out, that leg bone. I'm not worried about it, that's what I want to achieve, is getting that leg bone. So I'm going to run my knife tip along the edge of the bone. Can you guys see? And I'm just going to cut down, okay? And then, yeah, you can feel there's these things, you know, those in turkey legs, there's these other bony type cartilage thingies that are real. Take those out, put them in the bone broth pile. So anything that's not edible, that's what we're going to do. So first, let's take out this bone though. Let's cut along the bone. And we'll do the same thing on this side until we get around it. So we'll see. There is parts of this that, so you see this silvery stuff underneath, there is some, it's like a silver skin. It's not conducive to a yummy piece of meat. Let's see if I can cut that out. one. Go in the bone broth pile. There's that one. I don't know if the legs are worth it, but we'll find out. I have 5 of these to do, which means I have 10 legs to do, so we'll see. Thanks, babe. Alright, throw that in the bone broth pile. So I have all that off. I do have some other smaller bones, but get this. There's a tendon. Now, I don't know if the legs are worth it as far as that goes, because you're going to see these. I don't think the legs are worth it. I think the thighs will be, but not the legs. So the legs, I think I'm going to put in the bone broth. Yes, leg meat is good. I'm not getting rid of the meat. I'm just going to add it to the bone broth. Got all these little bones, and you can see them. Whoops, see them here. They're really a pain to get, and by the time I get them all out, the amount of meat that's left on here isn't worth the work as far as in what it produces. So this is all, the legs are going to go in with the bone broth. So, all right, I've snapped this one down. I'm not going to debone the leg, so that'll save us some time. I am going to do the thigh though, because that is worth it. Okay. Bone broth. All right, we're going to debone the thigh again. So I'm going to grab one of the tubs Edward washed, and we're going to start separating out what we need to do with the different meat cuts. In this bowl here, I'll add all of the meat that we're going to can, because it's a smaller amount. The breast will go in one, the bones will go in the other. The bones are going to be our largest volume and capacity, which fills up, so I need the tubs for that. Anyway, I'm just going to knock out these birds. So, breast, meat, bones. Yeah, lots of bones. We're gonna cut up the thighs and pack them in jars and get them ready to be canned. We're gonna brine the breasts, and I'll probably just keep them in here, and they'll go into the refrigerator for 24 hours. That refrigerator is gonna be the root cellar, and then all of these bones have to be packed for making bone broth. Let me wash my hands and I'll be back. Right now I want to get this. I'm going to leave these in the tub as well. These are going to go in the refrigerator in the root cellar for just 24 hours. But I use, as you guys know, my trusty Celtic sea salt. This is not an advertisement for them, but I believe that this salt is some of the best salt that you can get. So, and it's moist still, right? So, I don't know how many pounds. I'm only gonna do this for 24 hours and then probably a little bit less and we'll start smoking it. But I'm just going to cover generously the turkey breast with the Celtic salt. Now I'm gonna just put some cold water over this and then we're gonna put the lid on it, and this is going in the refrigerator for overnight. Well, today is smoking the turkey breast day. So yesterday we salted it and put it in the refrigerator in the root cellar and let it sit in the salty brine water, and today we are going to cover it in pepper and get it on the smoker. So I'm just taking the breast right here, right? And I'm gonna make sure that I really coat, I think you guys can see in there, coat inside. I'll flip over the, I don't know if you can tell, right? Ah, maybe not. Let's see if I can bring it on this side. So there you go, you can see that. I'm gonna coat really good the inside. I'll flip over the tender part, do that side, flip over the breast, do that side, and then this is nice and coated with the black pepper. It's a total of 10 breasts, and so we're gonna see how this turns out. If this turns out really good, and when we slice it in the meat slicer and we make a sandwich and it tastes amazing, this will be a game changer.
Hey guys, well, we're out here at the smoker and right about 200 degrees there. I think we are ready to actually put the turkey breasts on and start smoking them.
So we are going to take them out. They're not all to the equal temperature. This one is about 155, and then the further away from the smoke vent, the cooler they get, and I think it's about 135 is the coolest one in the core. I'm actually going to take them out because I'm out of wood chips. Edward went to go get some more, but I have like 5 more breasts to smoke, so I'm actually going to take them out. Look at this, my friends. This is the smoked turkey. I just pulled it off the grill. And you see this side has the nice lines. It needs to rest, right? And I want it to absorb all those juices back into it. So I'm going to go ahead and get the foil and some butter and start wrapping these turkey breasts. Alright, my friends, I'm gonna go ahead and get these on a sheet in the oven. The oven's set to, well, it just went off, it's set to 250. And I'm just gonna put it in there for a little bit, and then I'll come back in about 20-30 minutes or so and test them to see where we're at in the core. I brought the internal temperature up to 159, and some of them got up to 165. I wanted to go less because they will rest inside of the foil here, and I wanted to show you guys just kind of what it looks like. I don't know if you're gonna do. We'll let them rest in there for a bit. So look at that, the juices that are in there, all that good juice. Isn't that beautiful? So I'm gonna let these sit in there and just soak in that moisture, so that they're nice and moisturized. Oh, it has that smoky smell to it, really. It's beautiful. I'm gonna let them all sit in there, just like that, and rest in it for a good hour. And we're gonna go ahead and get the other turkey breasts on the grill. So to give you any idea, this has taken us all day to do this, not because we wanted it to, but I think that we had a little bit of a hard time regulating things and keeping the temperature high enough. So at least it wasn't too high and drying out the turkey breast. So I'm gonna let the turkey breast just sit and soak in all those juices. And we're gonna go ahead and get the smoker up to 250. I did read something that said 200 to 225, but I think it needs to be 250. So we're mitigating that because it took a really long time to smoke just a little bit of turkey breast. So I don't think that we need to do that. So we're gonna do 250, which I've read in other articles that people do smoke their turkey breast up to 250. So I'm gonna try that and then get the internal temperature up to about 155 before I take it off and let it rest and do its internal cooking. So when we get you back, Edward will be taking you out there to put the last of the turkey breast on. So what I'm doing here is I'm gonna ready to shrink wrap these, and after I shrink wrap them all before I put them away, I am going to, oh, I have it the wrong way. I am going to weigh them. So we'll see how much lunch meat we were able to harvest. That's big enough. I don't know if it'll seal. It might be too moist. We will see. It did seal. But there is moisture in there, so I'll have to be careful of that. So there, look at that, my friends. Isn't that beautiful? It's still really warm, but man, it is a beautiful piece of lunch meat. I don't want kilogram though, so I think I'm gonna go mode maybe. Grams, ounces, pounds. There we go. Let's try that one. All right. What a great turnout for lunch meat. Anyway, my kitchen is an absolute disaster now. I have been smoking meat, canning meat, and preserving food. Now I need to finish the last of the meat up. Once we're all done, we'll tell you guys how much we ended up with, and we're gonna vacuum seal it up, and then we'll bring you back for a cutting of our first lunch meat. Well, good afternoon, my friends. So, it's the next day. We finished at midnight. So, anyhow, it's in the afternoon the following day, and I added up how much lunch meat we smoked and packaged, and we have 15 pounds. Well, 15.1 or something like that. So 15 pounds of lunch meat. So I think we did really, really well. I weighed everything out and then I added it up on my calculator. Anyway, I want to kind of show you the pile, and then I have my meat slicer out. So I'm going to slice up one of the lunch meat things. Edward wants a sandwich. I hope it tastes good. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I thought I'd bring you with me. Friends, this is what, well, almost. This one I'm going to use. I had it soaking in some juices, but this is about what 15 pounds of lunch meat looks like. So I'm not sure about the thickness that we're going to go for. So I'm going to start out at 1, and then I'll go from there. Oh my word, this smells, oh, so good. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and take this out. I don't want to spill these juices everywhere. So this is just fat deposit. Turkeys are really fat meat. So Edward thinks that I should slice it this way. I'm not sure. Maybe we're going to give it a go because that's what he wants. So I have it at 1. Let's see. I'll put pretty side down. And oh, this is juicy. Go ahead and turn it on. Maybe there it goes. And we'll see if this is thick enough. I don't know. Oh, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I think it is thick enough. This is beautiful lunch meat. I think my husband will be happy. Yay! We made lunch meat. I think this is the perfect thickness too. So, oh my goodness, he's gonna be so thrilled. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And it smells amazing. I can't believe I made lunch meat. I am so excited. See if I can get a little bit more out of that chunk. Wow. I mean, it's just so beautiful. And it's nice and cold. I made lunch meat. So this is what's left that I'm not going to be able to get on my meat slicer, but that's just fine. I'll make a good sandwich. Yeah, I'm sure Edward will put it on a sandwich. This just turned out fantastic. I'm going to have to go get them so he can have some, but wow. I mean, look at this. It's beautiful in the smoked colors. Oh, the smell of it is just amazing. My word. Guys, I think this is the best turkey meat for a sandwich I've ever had. Oh my word. Super amazing. I'm gonna go get Edward.
We're gonna try some of this lunch meat. See how it turned out. Smells amazing. Oh, that is so good. That's probably the best lunch meat I've ever had.
It is. It is the best. I've never had.
It's smoky.
It's moist. It's smoky. It's packed with flavor. It's perfectly salted. I mean, you don't.
Wow, that is so good.
I know. What a sandwich.
I think it's time for a sandwich.
I hope we have the sandwich makings.
We have bread, mayonnaise,
Okay.
cheese.
Oh,
I don't know if we have any lettuce, but
we do in the garden.
yeah.
It's just like
Anyway.
100 degrees outside.
Yeah. This is amazing.
Oops. So I think I'm gonna slice up one more and take it to our neighbors. I'm sure that they will enjoy some turkey lunch meat. Is that enough?
Yeah, it's plenty.
Do you want me to take off some?
It's good.
Do that. You can put it in the sink for me. Some pepper jack cheese, huh? I know, it's so good. It's perfect. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing this again for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
I wonder what the roasted turkey, is that enough turkey or do you want more?
No, that's good.
Do you want these ends? Maybe next time? There you go, babe.
Thank you.
There's your turkey sandwich. Well, my friends, I'm gonna call this a wrap. This was very successful. I will be making our own lunch meat from now on, at least turkey. I want to try ham someday. I have a lot that I want to do, but this, huge success. I'm gonna go ahead and slice up another one so that we can give some to our neighbors as a thank you for all the work that they do to help us out to be successful. Anyway, thank you so much for watching our YouTube channel. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, as that's the best way to support us. If you have any other lunch meat ideas, please drop those into the comments below. And thank you again. I look forward to hearing from you guys and reading your comments. Have a great day. Bye.